Hello everybody. It's been a while since I've made a video about the Omegle Spreader. Actually not really since the first initial release, so it's going to be a bit more of an updated version, just because there's some new features and everything now, and it's good for you guys to sort of have an understanding of how to use what. So yeah, what you're just going to want to start off doing is opening up the opening up the spreader. You're going to have a window with multiple tabs, just in case you've never used it before. The features tab, you're going to have the pretty much proxy support. So if you're worried about facing captures, you can use this. But the best idea if you're using this is to pretty much go and have your own private proxies. You don't want to be using anything off like Hide My Ass or anything like that, because the majority of the time those ones are banned. So yeah, so we'll ignore this for now. If we go to the settings tab, we have pretty much our basic settings that we've always had. Wait for them to talk is now present again. It was actually removed for a little bit, but now it's back. So if you want to turn that off, you can, and the bot will just talk straight away. You won't have to worry about waiting for the other person to talk. This way you can spread your virus or whatever it is you're spreading a lot more easier. You'll notice some new features with the user settings. In the box you can actually edit the timeout now. What the timeout is pretty much how long the bot waits after it receives a response, or how long it waits between messages before it starts typing that message. So if you want to sort of make it a bit more realistic, hello would probably be the first thing you type, so you want that at about 100 milliseconds, which is a tenth of a second. How are you? How are you? This one you're probably going to want to have a couple of seconds, mainly for the fact that you're waiting for somebody to reply to you. So we're going to chuck that one down as about 2 seconds or so, 2.5. The next one we've got here, I've got to go, sorry. This one I'd probably say put down for about 3 seconds. You can really change it on how you want to, that's all up to you. But yeah, you can choose how you want to do that. If you also want to, you've got these icons down here. Now the plus icon will add a new message to the box. And the red one next to it will remove the selected message, and this one here will edit the selected message. So if we go here, we can open it up and we can just change that around. So I'll be back soon, even though you can't really go back soon on Omegle, that's not the point. Okay, so next to it you got edit timeout, which I've just showed you before, randomize timeouts, which will pretty much randomize the values here. You don't really need to worry about that. You can just change them by clicking edit, but you know, that's if you're lazy. Add emoticons down here pretty much just makes it so when you're adding a new message to this box, it's just going to add a little emoticon on the end, just a random one. It's a stupid novelty feature. You should just have it off most of the time. And then down here you've got your settings, so you just, if you want to save that, you can load that next time you open up the spreader. Reset settings will put everything back to the default, but I'm not going to pretty much worry about that just yet. Okay, so on our left we've got minimize to system tray when active. That'll pretty much just make it disappear when you start it up, and if you ever want it in the future, in the bottom right corner of your screen you'll just double click on the icon and it'll pop back up. Your next one down, hide web browser component when active. That pretty much can save you some RAM or CPU usage when the spreader's running, because what the spreader does is it uses a browser, as you can see here, and pretty much hide that browser and save you a bit of resources. What we've got under it, type like a human, that pretty much types a piece of text letter by letter. It makes it a bit more, I guess, legitimate, especially if people are looking at it and it says that, you know, the other person is typing. That's what they want to see. They don't really just want to see a message just go bang bang bang, because they're going to know straight out that it's just, you know, it's a bot, it's not real. Our next one down, alert me when a capture appears. That's just going to give you a little pop-up when you get a capture, and you just pretty much enter the text of the capture and then click the OK button on that dialog, and it'll start everything back up again so you can get your bot going again. Wait for them to talk. That pretty much is self-explanatory. If that's off, it's just going to type the messages as soon as it connects to somebody and then disconnect. Wait for them to talk, or wait for the first message to be sent. Once that's done, then we can, the bot will then message them, you know, the 3 messages. What I'm going to add in the near future, which I've been promising probably since the first version, is pretty much a feature where it'll send a message, you know, one after each message they send. However, at the moment it's just like this. Okay, so we've got our control panel over here. The statistics overlay, you'll see that when I start it up. That's just pretty much like a little overlay that tells you how the bot's going and the status, and it just makes it look nice and pretty. You don't really need to worry about that, but I'll just leave it up for now. You've got your statistics, so the amount of messages it's sent is like pretty much how many times it's successfully spread a link to somebody and disconnected afterwards. People that left is people who've just cut off the combo, and total attempts is pretty much people have left, and also how many successful spreads you've had. And that's just pretty much a statistic. You can save that, but you don't have to. It doesn't automatically save, so if you really do want to save that, just click save afterwards. Clear browsing data, I'd say if it's your first time ever running the spreader, you may as well do it if you've used IE in the past. It'll just speed it up a little bit, but it's nothing really too much to worry about. I've just chucked it there as also a novelty, but it can help, you know, especially if you've used it like IE in the past and you don't use it anymore. You've got a debug window here, which pretty much, if you're having an issue with the bot, you just want to open this one up and just pretty much copy to clipboard what's happened, so you can send that to me through a PM and I can try and help fix it. But for now, it's just, yeah, it's pretty much something if you have an issue. In the bottom, we've got our history tab, so you're going to have all your conversation histories here. Pretty much you can save them automatically, but if you don't want it to, you just uncheck that and it won't do it. But yeah, just in case, you know, maybe you want to have a laugh and you're going through and somebody somehow believes that it's a person, it's also just another little thing there. Okay, so that's all the basics covered. We've also got this last tab, which is just where you can see the newest updates, so find out what's happened to the spreader since the last update, in case you see that I've updated it on hack forums. You've got a profile visitor over here, and you've just got like a webcam template, which goes great with a Java drive-by, a TK extension website, which is really good if you want to make your domain look a bit better if it's a free domain, and just a little ad space, which I'm probably going to end up using in the future if somebody wants to promote a product. Okay, so it looks like we're good to go. So we'll just we'll start up our spreader, and we'll get asked, hiding the component, it decreases the RAM usage. Do you want to hide it? That's just what I was telling you about before. We're just going to click no, and it's going to start itself up now. So we'll just give it a sec. Okay, it's going to open up a conversation. Okay, they're going to say hello, and it's just going to go all out. But that's just mainly since I've put a bit of a delay in there. You can kick it up a bit if you want, if that's too fast. But yeah, so it's going to disconnect. It's going to go to the next person, and then it's going to do the same thing. Since I've got it on wait for chat, it's going to wait for them to say something, and then it'll do what I have to do. So you can have your link as maybe the last message or something. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's the Omegle spreader. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have good success with your spreading. Thanks a bunch, guys. All the best.